I think it started around, from what I heard, in Toledo, Ohio, when y'all went down to visit Pastor and y'all visited his boat. And people were pressured to go live and things like that. And also funds came up missing.
Hmm.
And allegedly, this is the first time, maybe last month or this month, you started actually talking about it, even though it happened a year ago. Have you been silent?
I have. I've been paying.
Okay. Okay. And is that for your own, like, just mental health, or you just feeling like you don't want no parts of this? Why were you so silent for so long and just coming about?
I was silent because I knew a lot more than what people thought I knew. And I wasn't going to be able to speak on one thing and not speak on everything. So I knew that once I spoke on it, I had to speak on it all. And I was not in support of repping for Tommy when Tommy is a grown ass woman who put herself in that situation to come on live and do what she does on a regular. She should be able to stand her own ground. She should not be concerned about Journey having her back. You have a whole support system. If your support system believes you, what difference does it make if I come on live and say this and say that?
Mm, okay. Now, what about the money missing? Was there money missing? Funds missing? Did you hear anything about any monies missing from the boat?
I heard that rumor when people were saying that there was money stolen off the boat and people was downstairs in the boat. But honestly, to be very frank with you, when we were on the boat, Scalp and Ghost, they were just fixing the boat. And Tommy was sitting there, they was live. I didn't see nobody stealing nothing. I didn't accuse nobody of stealing nothing. So I think that whoever is spreading that rumor is just saying that just to be saying that. I don't think anything was taken from
Got
that.
you. Got you. Okay, got you. And you being cool with Pastor, were you cool with Tommy at that time?
Yes.
Okay, so this has been about now going on 2 years, right? Since the accident. Correct me if I'm wrong. About 2 years, I want to say. Okay, well, going on 2 years.
Mhm.
How did you and Tommy transition? Because I think a lot of people and spectators, viewers, supporters are missing something. How did it transition into now y'all are just going read for read? Did it? Something is missing. There's a piece of the puzzle missing somewhere because I'm confused as well. I assumed earlier talking to Tommy, I said me watching a little bit of what I watched, she was reading the comments and responding to them when people would say you're jealous of Tommy or something. I feel like you got responsive then to Tommy, or have you always had this stance and just haven't been more vocal about them? Because how did we get here with Tommy?
Yeah, so me and Tommy was cool. Um, Me and Tommy was cool. I was also a supporter of Tommy's as well, on top of me being a host or whatever. So I was cool with Tommy. Things didn't start shaking up between me and Tommy until after everybody met up in Toledo, Ohio, and then shit started hitting the fan. So, and still then I chose to pay it. I did. I chose to pay it. And then there was issues going on within the family when I was a part of the mega church that I also chose to pay. So after a while, things didn't start,
With the badges
huh?
is that when the badges started getting dropped and stuff, and she was making executive decisions? That's what you're talking about when it with the church.
Yeah, so I dropped my badge, but before I dropped my badge, there was a lot of conversations prior to about simple things, rules that peace stood for, issues going on, and I wasn't going to tolerate it anymore because I feel like it's too many grown ass people over here arguing about this, that, and the third. And Tommy, when I would talk to her about it, she would give me ultimatums that she was going to drop her badge when I addressed the things that I knew that P would not stand for. So I dropped my badge, and when I dropped my badge, that's when all hell broke loose. Still, we didn't address each other. We didn't say nothing to each other until one time where she was live And there was a comment or something that was made from her support system where they came up and they said, if you don't have a church badge or whatever else, then you don't fuck with P. And I came up in the box and said, that's not true, because a lot of people that don't have church badges fuck with P a lot harder than what y'all think. And so that's when me and Tommy had gotten into a verbal altercation. And that's when everything went left. Even then, I still paid it. I still didn't say nothing to Tommy K. And Tommy K had many moments afterwards where she was throwing shade. She had her moments where she would address certain things. She would allow people to come up and insinuate certain stuff, doing like little innuendos in regards to me. I still paid it. So my instance or reasoning to come up here now and say everything that I had to say was because when I was addressing somebody else on live, somebody that I was fucking with, relationship wise, she had said, Journey, you're fake because you sit with the same people you talk about. And she brought Tommy K's name up. And I said, I don't sit with Tommy K. I don't fuck with Tommy K. And then Tommy K came in the live and she wanted to speak to me and say, well, Journey, the feelings are mutual. And I don't think anybody should be talking about nothing that had to ask for assistance. She tried to punk me. She thought she tried to punk me. And so, bitch, you want the smoke? I'm here to give it to you. So I dedicated 2 hours to Tommy K producing nothing but facts that she still has yet to debunk. And it's 10:02.
Mm. Okay, so okay, let's break it down into pieces. So, what made you not like Tommy? Because what I'm hearing you say is the reasons that she was basically letting people in the queue, and she basically wasn't. Because I don't know about what you said. Y'all got into a verbal altercation. Is that when you started disliking her? When y'all got into that verbal altercation, or was it other things that kind of led you on to not liking
Yeah,
her
my first
or
my
sitting with
first
her?
initial not wanting to fuck with her is because she felt like I needed to defend her when everybody was on her ass when she initially was doing the shit that she was doing in regards to P. That was her instance. She felt like, oh, you should have said something, you should have defended me, you should have looked out for me, and blah 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 blah. No, I don't need to look out for you. I don't need to defend you. You're a grown woman. You should be able to defend yourself. So that was my initial thing. She got upset because she felt like I didn't defend her, but it was other people that also knew about the same shit. And for her to say anything about well, let me just say that first. So that was originally why I was like, okay, cool, I'ma pay it. Then when she started doing the family shit,
Mhm.
bringing Miss Regina on live,
Mhm.
talking about his kids, the money
Okay.
stuff, that was a
Okay.
absolutely not. There was never going to be a time where I sat with
Okay.
Tommy ever or in her room. And I never seen y'all, nobody ain't never seen me in her
Okay.
room since.
Okay. So now the funds. Did you ask to borrow money? Because that's what's being alleged that you asked to borrow money from her, or some sort of monies was being borrowed.
Yes, that's not an alleged, that's facts. I asked Tommy one time for money. That is a fact. I have no problem saying that. That's where she thinks she got me at because she thinks I'm going to run from that. I'm not running from shit. So, yes, that is facts. I did ask, and she did not give me any money at all whatsoever. So, it shouldn't be a
Okay.
problem, but it's definitely facts.
Okay. So you asked to borrow money like personally from her, or was it something contributing towards like pastor or the church, or was it something
No,
isolated?
it was for personal reasons. At that time, and this is on me, but at that time when after peace situation, because it was around that time, I was giving out more than I thought I needed to give out. I was living beyond my means because I was helping out a lot of people at that time. So I just didn't have the money. I liked Tommy K. I feel like I could trust Tommy K. And so I knew that she would be, or I felt like she would be one that I could come to in need of help. And so I asked her, and she said she didn't have it, and I paid it.
Do you mind telling us how much was it?
Yes, I asked her for 500. I asked her for $500.
Whoa.
I'm gonna take the 500.
Okay.
If I'm gonna ask,
Okay.
if I'm gonna ask for
Ooh.
money, it's not gonna be $20. It's not gonna be
I know
$10.
that's
It's
right.
not gonna be $5. Bitch, if
Okay.
I need a loan, bitch, I need a loan.
Yeah.
Okay, you hear me?
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
bitch, if I need a
Okay.
loan, I need a loan. Do you hear me?
I fuck with your honesty.
It's not gonna be
I
no
don't get lying
swipe
from you,
work.
and
If I ask for a
this is what I
loan,
can
it's gonna be a
appreciate.
loan. Okay?
So let me ask you this because what I'm hearing from you and me knowing Tommy, this is a
Mm-hmm.
misunderstanding. This is a
Mm-hmm.
miscommunication. I hear you say this is. I want to summarize, and I don't want to take away from your feelings. I don't want to take away from my feelings. But what I'm hearing, it doesn't seem like it's something so out of whack. Now, with you had administration, you had admin in the
Mm-hmm.
family, correct? I'm assuming you had admin, and so did she, because you said she dropped badges, correct?
The only batch she dropped was Joe.
She was able to drop
The only batch she dropped was Joe's.
Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so that means y'all both had admin. So you were saying that she was doing stuff with the family that you didn't agree with, X, Y, and Z. Could it have been possible, and I want to hear your answer for this, that she started gaining popularity and becoming Keith's number two, that people started gravitating towards her? Could that have been frustrating
No.
for you?
No.
Okay.
People had
Okay.
people had already been trolling me when Tomi K had first initially got cool with P. Like, oh, Tommy took your spot and all this other stuff. People wanted me to be jealous of Tomi K. It never gave jealous. It never gave bothered. It never gave any of that at all whatsoever. It was no pressure. It was no smoke. I was in support of whatever she had going on. I was in support of it. I was always in support.
Okay.
So for her or anybody to think, oh, Journey was jealous of this, Journey was jealous of that. Journey wasn't jealous of nothing. My place was solidified with my friendship with him. It always has been, it always will be.
Yes. So when she started doing different things, and you said that another thing when she started talking to Miss Regina on live and things like that, things that you think that he would disagree with. But what? How do you feel about Miss Regina coming out vocally and saying that, hey, no, I want to do this. I need a spokesperson for me on Bigo. How does that resonate with you hearing that aspect of it as well? Even though it's something that Keith probably wouldn't co-sign on, but Miss Regina being her own separate entity, wanting a representation, how does that resonate with you?
It doesn't resonate with me because at the end of the day, if I was in Tomi K's shoes, and Miss Regina came to me and she said she needed somebody to speak for me, I would respectfully decline. And the reason why that I would respectfully decline is because Miss Regina don't know about Bigo the way that we know about Bigo. Just like a lot of his family didn't know about Bigo the way that we know about Bigo. They had to be woken up to a lot of things and they still don't know about Bigo. The only information that she is aware of is the information that's given to her from Tommy. That's it. That's all. So she had an opportunity to say in that moment, I understand that you want to have a voice for your son, but at the same time, I know how this app is. I know how this app operates. I know how nasty it can get. I don't want to use your son or your family business for beans or for content. How about you pass that role along to somebody else? She decided to accept the role because she wanted to get the beans and the content. That is why I don't fuck with that. She could have respectfully declined. And a lot of us, including her supporters, had told her respectfully to stand down when she had her first conversation with Miss Regina on the app. She is not family. I am not his family. None of us on Bigo is his family. So nobody has a right to overstep family boundaries unless we are blood. She is not blood. Neither am I. That was her moment to really see if she was really in support of P. Herb coming on live or allowing Miss Regina to come on live is not being in support of P because everybody knows. And yes, P has said he had his dealings with his mom on live as well. But P would eat her to shreds. her head will be on a silver platter in lightning speed if he was here today, fully functional and capable, knowing that she tried half of the shit that she tried. That's how you know she does not fuck with P. Tomi fucks with Tomi. Everybody knows that she was out for blood. When P said, get it back in blood, that's what she did. She did her big ones. It's just I clocked it. And that's why I don't fuck with her. It's not right.